everybody. Hello, so glad to see so many Sunday folks coming in the room. Happy Sunday, April 14. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Today is day 1,400 and maybe 69, I don't remember. Hopefully somebody will cue me. And glad to see so many folks joining. I see some new faces and I see some regular faces, and it's really great to see you all. So how about if we all say hello to the live stream, please? Hello, live stream. Glad to be with you today, and we are really delighted that you have joined us on this singing day, whatever day that is. And let's say hello, all of us, to our artist. Spyros Koliavasilis is coming in from Maryland, and we'll get to Spyros in a minute. We're excited to have Spyros because he has not sung with us since May of 2020. So we are back in the room with Spyros. Is very exciting. Hello and thank you to Aaron, who's running tech for us from the Bronx, New York. Hello and thank you to Áyious coming in from Massachusetts, David and Elsie in Oakland, California. Hello and thank you to Susan G coming in from Ohio, Julie Alexander coming in from Ontario, Canada, Clive and Ruth, Birmingham, UK. Nice to see you guys today. Hoda in British Columbia, Lola, British Columbia, Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. That looks like Arlene coming in from I can't tell where, but maybe not home yet. It looks like Arlene coming in from Storms, actually. Say Kevin Ennis coming in from New Hampshire. Storm coming in from Storms with Arlene in the background. Okay, that's really beautiful. Lisa and Len, nice to have you, or at least maybe the Lisa half, and maybe new to us today. We're glad you're here. Gary in Massachusetts, Mabel and the Bears in Cambridge, Mass. Let's see, Linda on Orcas Island, Sue in Seattle, Becky and in Vancouver, Caroline in DC, Georgetta, maybe new to us today. We're glad you're here, Georgetta. Elizabeth in California, Lynn in Connecticut, Aloysius Deli, I think I got you both. Janet coming in, I think from Georgia, Sarah in Texas, Diane in Puerto Rico, Ruth and Clive, I saw you, Ann in Silver Spring, Marcia, I think that's Ontario, and Bob coming in from Albany. So glad you guys are all here today. Here comes Sheila from Florida. Let's all take a deep breath. Yeah, so happy Sunday. I'm going to turn the floor over immediately to the amazing Spyros Koliavasilis. We met in a Revels production when he did a Christmas Revels with us many, many years ago, whenever that was. And Spyros lives in Maryland. He is a multi-instrumentalist. He is a Greek musician, a teacher, a singer, and a very extraordinary human being who does a lot of great things in the world. Spyros, I'm going to turn it over to you. Welcome back to the space.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the great honor. Yeah, Joe, it's been 11 years since Revels. 2000.
Oh!
Like
okay, that's
yesterday.
Crazier than I thought.
Yeah, and actually I see in the audience also the fellow friend that Mr. Len Newman, that he was also part of the Rebels, and Lisa, of course. Len he played the lauto, a great musician. An honor to collaborate with him too.
Great.
So, yes, music, Greek music, the wonderful language, universal language that unites. So in these hard times that we're going through as humankind, it's a perfume of a unique flower that's called culture. And I think that we still have the privilege to enjoy it on earth. I don't know if all you have the lyrics. I think a lady, Miss Caroline, pointed 1470 something there.
So it's day 1,470.
Wow, yes.
That's consecutive days of singing here in the Daily Antidote. So Spyros, we just celebrated last week the start of our 5th year of singing together, which is kind of crazy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, Caroline.
So, today I'm number 1470. Yeah, I like that.
Good. So we've got lyrics in the chat. Please feel free to get started whenever you're ready.
Yes. So, Kala To Lei T, how the nightingale, the bird, sings it. So it's a story. I'm going to play and sing the first verse. And what I would like you to do is to say dougoún amán, to repeat dougoún amán. And at the end, as much as you can, Kala To Lei T, which means how nicely the nightingale sings it or says it. Okay? Που σουν έψες dougoún amán, που σουν έψες levénti μου και αντipropsés kalé μου, τη Kala To Lei T aidóni. So this is the music and the whole song. It's a story, it's a fairy tale from the area of Thrace. Okay? So one more time. Που σουν έψες dougoún amán, που σουν έψες levénti μου και αντipropsés kalé μου, τη Kala To Lei T aidóni. The second part, okay, or the second verse. Epsés ímoun dougoún amán, epsés ímoun στους ουρανούς και αντipropsés στους Áyious, τη Kala To Lei T aidóni. Okay, the third one now. Τον Άγγελο dougoún amán, τον Άγγελο μου phíleva και το Khristó kernoúsa, τη Kala To Lei T aidóni. The next one, number 4. Και τη kirá την Panayiá, και την kirá την Panayiá. This is a hard word there. Την eparakaloúsa. Την eparakaloúsa, τη Kala To Lei T aidóni. Number 5. Για να μου δω dougoún amán, για να μου δώσει τα κλειδιά του Paradísou, τη Kala To Lei T aidóni. So I'm going to repeat a little bit the lyrics so we have a better idea, okay? Που σουν, where were you, dougoún amán? Που σουν έψες levénti μου, where were you yesterday, my handsome man? Like son, brother, or husband. Και αντipropsés, which means in a local dialect, and the day before. My beloved one, kalé μου, τι Kala To Lei T aidóni. This is the phrase that we said, how nicely the nightingale sings the story. Epsés, yesterday, ímoun, I was. Dougoún amán, it's repeated. Epsés, yesterday, I was in the sky. And the day before, και αντipropsés, to the saints. How nicely the nightingale sings it. Τον Ángeló, the angel, τον Ángeló μου phíleva. In the Greek tradition, there is always one angel for every person. So he was giving treats and offerings to his or her angel. Actually, in this case, it's a gentleman. His angel. He was offering like treats to his angels. And I was also offering treats to Christ. In this case, scenario talks about Christ. How nicely the nightingale sings it. And the Holy Mary, και την kirá, and the lady, the Holy Mary Panayiá, which means the Holy Mary, I was begging her how nicely this nightingale sings it. So they can give, για να μου δω, dougoún amán, so they can give, so she can give, and all of them to give me the keys of paradise, για να μου δώσει τα κλειδιά του Paradísou. How nicely the nightingale sings it. To open, να ανοίξω τον. To open and get into paradise and to go inside and see how it is. Να μπω να seryianíso, to go in and roam around, you take a look. On the second page says να δω που κα, to see where. Να δω που κάθονται οι φτωχοί, where the poor people are sitting. And where the lords, που κάθονται οι αρχοντάδες. Τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι, how nicely the nightingale sings it. And the shadow, where sitting the poor people. Στον ίσιο κάθονται οι φτωχοί, the poor people. Στον ήλιο οι αρχοντάδες, the lords, are sitting in the sun. Στον ήλιο οι αρχοντάδες. Τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Και στους φτωχούς. And to the poor. Dougoún amán. Και τους φτωχούς παρακαλούν. And they're begging. Παρακαλούν. They're begging the poor people. And they're begging them again. Τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. And they say, actually, the lords, that they conquered this world and they took advantage of all the people. Give, you poor people, dougoún amán, give us your shade, shadow, and take our gold coins, και πάρτε τα φλουριά μας. Τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. So, let's do the whole song again one more time, very slowly, okay?
Hey, Spyros, can
Yes?
you give us the tikala line a few times, just repeated, because that's the place where we'll sing along the most, I
Yes.
think. Thank you.
Τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. As you see the delta letter, you can say aidóni. It doesn't matter. Τι καλά το λέει τα αidóni. The same. If you the it's a little bit, it's like this, how to say the door. The something, you know, that's how we pronounce it. T-H-E. The. Aidóni. Okay? And dougoún amán. Or you can say dougoún amán. Probably that comes, it's something that comes also from the area of Thrace. We don't know if it's Turkish origin, you know, Ottoman origin, Greek origin. Very hard to say. So, που σουν έψες dougoún amán, που σουν έψες levénti μου, και αντipropsés καλέ μου, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Epsés, ímoun dougoún amán, Epsés, ímoun στους ουρανούς, και αντipropsés τας Áyious, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Τον Άγγελο dougoún amán, τον Άγγελο μου phíleva, και το παρακαλούσα, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Για να και την kirá την Panayiá. You see? Or if we say with the dougoún amán, και την kirá dougoún amán, και την kirá την Panayiá, την eparakaloúsa, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Για να μου δω dougoún amán, για να μου δώσει τα κλειδιά, κλειδιά του Παραδείσου, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Να ανοίξω τον dougoún amán, να ανοίξω τον Παραδείσο, να πω να seryianíso, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Να ανοίξω τον dougoún amán, να ανοίξω τον Παραδείσο, να πω να seryianíso, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. The second page. Να δω που dougoún amán, να δω που καθότι φτωχοί, διάρχοντάδες, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Στον ίσιο κατούγουν αμάν, στον ίσιο καθόντι φτωχοί, στον ήλιο οι άρχοντάδες, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Και τους φτωχούς του γουνάμα, και τους φτωχούς παρακαλούν, και τους παρακαλάνε, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι. Δώστε φτωχοί του γουνάμαν, δώστε φτωχοί τον ίσκιο σας, και πάρτε τα φλουριά μας, τι καλά το λέει τα αιδόνι.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Spyros, thank you so much. That was really beautiful. Beautiful melody, and you have a beautiful voice, and some of the words may have been challenging, but I found that when I couldn't get them fast enough, I was humming, and it was equally as brilliant and beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yeah, yeah. I know you talked a little bit about what it means. Do you feel like there's like an overarching sort of like meaning, like a simple sums it up story?
Yeah. So this song actually talks about the hope of the people that they struggle in life and everyday life, and they're trying to understand. In every culture, every religion, there is an afterlife that all the hopes and the praise of the people here, for them that they believe in something, a superior force, religion, God, or how you call it. It's their hope that although they have a difficult and harsh life in this world, most of the times, in the difficult times that we're living, there is a hope in the afterlife, and they're trying to see if there is a better way and a better life, and if there is justice in any form in the afterlife. So the song actually talks about how fair is the afterlife, because although the people that they had all this strength, force, privileges to do good and be very kind to the society and the world, actually they took advantage of the world, of the rest of the world, the poor world, the people that they couldn't afford or they didn't have the power to protect themselves. And all these people, actually in the afterworld, they're trying to bribe in a way the people that they deserve it, so they can have a small taste of how it is to be happy in the next life, or to be able not to be tortured. So it says that all the poor people that here were struggling, and that means actually that they used to work under the sun all the time in very difficult conditions, metaphorically, and struggling and trying to survive for their everyday problems in life. Actually, in the other world, they have a nice shade. They have a nice shade that they can sit underneath, and it's comfortable, and they have the comfort that they didn't have in this world. And also, all the people that they have the power and the money and the privileges in this world, actually they are meaningless, because their money also they say, we're going to give you the gold coins to get some of your shade. They don't have any value in the afterlife, because they don't have the power anymore with what they had in this world to control the world there, the situation, the society, and whatever that means. In these difficult times that we're living, we see every day that in the news and everywhere that there is a lot of sorrow and wars and pain in this magnificent planet. We see that actually money and the forces or the people that they influence this world, they think that unfortunately with money you can buy everything and you can control everything. Up to a point is a fact, But what we can say that there is always hope for the future, no matter how that and how where that will be. So that's the song of Kala To Lei T, AIDONI. And the nightingale is not any bird. It has mythological and traditional background, mostly in this area, because the nightingale actually is the bird that on most of the fairy tales used to sing with the people, and it was actually the messenger of the gods from the ancient years. So whatever usually the nightingale used to say, it was or the word of the gods or a mythological people, and or it was the voice of the people that they left this world and they moved to the underworld or to the other world. So the nightingale, I don't know if I pronounced it well, the nightingale is the bird in the Balkan area, Greece, etc., that represents a bird that usually helps the people and tells them what they want to hear. Maybe a call from a person, or the voice of a person that passed, that people lost, or it has a very traditional background.
Beautiful. Thank you,
Thank you.
Spyros. Really lovely.
Thank
So
you.
I think sort of in the Bible or Christianity, they would say something like, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth, sort of a
Yeah.
similar theme there. And I
Yeah.
think kind of in more modern day parlance, we would talk about how kindness creates kindness, or sort of what we give out is likely what we get back, or,
Yeah.
similar ways of looking at the idea that we are all in this interconnected bubble.
Other they call them karma, other they call it, judgment, whoever
Yep.
it is or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that whatever you give, this is what you take.
Yeah, I think that is a very beautiful way to sum it up. And in these times, we've been talking about this a lot lately because it's been really tough times around the globe. And these times,
Yes.
everything that we can be doing that isn't being on the take is hopefully contributing a little more balance to this very crazy spinning globe. Spyros, before we sing with you again, can you just tell us a little bit? I know you teach. I know you're very invested in a music school. Can you give everybody here, because I think a lot of the folks here might not have been here when you came the first time in May of 2020,
Yes.
which, by the way, means when we were in Rebels together, I had a 6-year-old and I now have a 17-year-old. So like the world,
Yes.
craziness. Tell us a little bit about like what it is that you do with your music school.
Yes. So 15 years ago, when I came to the United States, I had the privilege to be among the American Folklore Society and people that embraced me, and they became family to me, because I never expected the Greek music the Greek traditional music to be so welcomed and people dancing it. And I'm talking about the traditional music mostly. And not only this, I found here people that I have the privilege to perform with them, and I learned from them during the years a lot of repertoire. And I will mention these two people that I worked and I still work, and it's a privilege. It's Miss Margaret Loomis, the Santuri player, the Greek hammer dulcimer, and Mr. Len Newman. That he is, I think, on the audience today. I think I saw Lisa before. Yeah. So that was the biggest surprise for me, because non-Greek people, of course, and the Greeks, love our back heritage and our music, but it was a wonderful thing to see, for me, a surprise, to see how welcome is the Greek traditional music and the Balkan music here in the area. And I'm talking, when I say in the area, I mean DC metropolitan area, because this is where I live and act, but also in other places in the United States, California, New York, Philadelphia, all over the US. So when I came, I had a dream, and this dream was to share what I know and learn more. I started teaching and opened my music school much later, but the teaching procedure started much early. I think it was in 2011 or so. In my previous career, I used to be also a doctor. I don't practice long time ago. And I devoted myself to music and teaching. So I play and teach mostly Greek and Middle Eastern instruments, and this is the field that I'm trying to get more and more specialized. Although what I can say proudly is that I'm specialized in Asia Minor music. And when I say Asia Minor, I mean the music of Smyrnaica, Politica, and Rebetica repertoire. I also play Sephardic repertoire from Salonika, mostly because there was a huge community, big community of Sephardic people in Thessaloniki. And I had the privilege to study next to Nikolaos Saragoudas, that he was awarded by UNESCO, and Yassemi Saragoudas, that they considered one of the legends in Greece. And of course other great masters. So when I came, I devoted myself, and I still do that, to teach and share what I know, and with the people here in the United States of all ages. And the task, and I think I have achieved it in a small part, was to create a community that they will love the Greek music and share and play together, their traditional instruments as often possible. Now, as you see today, I don't have a traditional instrument, and the reason that I don't hold the traditional instrument, this is a guitar resonator, that actually a resonator guitar, which is a 100%, as far as I know, American style instrument that is used in bluegrass and country music, and anyways, American music, but it was modified to be played like a Greek instrument that's called lauto, or the Greek mandocello. So that way we have the possibility, if someone cannot afford, or it's hard to maintain the Greek instruments because the conditions here are very hard, to be able to play any kind of music, and of course Greek music. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build bridges between cultures. I'm trying to bring the Balkan area to the US in a way that is going to be uniting through music. And I have the privilege and the pleasure to share a lot of common elements with other musicians also here in the United States from a lot of cultures. It's beautiful here in this metropolitan area that we have such multicultural and multi-ethnicities and multi-backgrounds, artists and musicians, so we can share and learn from each other. And the task was, and still is, to share what I know, because I believe that music unites, learn more, share the knowledge that I have until now with anyone that comes and says, Spiro, I would like to learn this instrument, presenting these instruments, because I play and teach more than 20 instruments. And also they have the opportunity, when they visit me, to see more than 20 kinds, not 20 kinds, 20, 30 instruments, different instruments that they can pick from. And of course, as I said, we can start even with an instrument like this. I'll show you right away, that can be tuned. So it's not hard from the moment that we are looking for the solution. So you see, this is a ukulele, actually. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. So this is a ukulele with 8 strings that's tuned like a lauto, a Greek mainland lute. And that way, a young kid that doesn't have the body shape and the height, or anyone, somebody wants to have play Greek traditional music or any kind of music with an instrument that's going to be like a tiny version, so we can take it everywhere. So sometimes I take an instrument like that and I go to a rehearsal or even a performance, and people are like, wait a minute, I didn't know that you play ukulele. Actually, I'm cheating, because this is not an actual ukulele. It's not tuned like a ukulele. It's tuned like a Greek mainland lauto sopranino version, if I'm allowed the term. So I don't consider myself a genius. I just consider myself that I'm a musician that is trying to find answers and find solutions in my everyday life to be productive and keep doing what I love. That is the truth, to be honest with you.
Beautiful. Spyros, can we all please give it up for Spyros?
Thank
Spyros,
you.
it's really beautiful to share this space with you and to hear about all of the great stuff you're doing.
Thank you.
And I love your life philosophies across the board. So I am going to do just a really quick screen share. It's not a good image, but I just found it online. So it's very grainy, but you can
Yes,
see. It
my
was
beloved
below.
Carpuzzi.
Yeah, so that's Len and Margaret and
Yeah.
Spiros, and it's fun to remember back to those times. And actually, Aaron Geyer, who is running the tech for us today in the room, actually texted me and said to ask if you remember the dragon in the show because she was, I don't know, the front half or the back half of that dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
The back half. That's really fun. Well, if Aaron finds a little picture of it, we're going to share that too.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Spiros, can we sing
Yes.
maybe a couple of the verses with you
Yes.
again?
Let's do the 4 or 5 verses.
Okay.
And let's do it.
Okay. And
Yes. Sorry.
I was just going to say, we also just put in the chat, so you can see it, the song in the actual Greek lettering. So just take a peek at that just for fun. But we'll also put the other ones in so you can actually read them to sing
Yes.
along.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Πούσουν έψες dougoún amán, πούσουν έψες levénti μου και αντipropsés kalé μου, τι Kala To Lei T aidóni. Epsés ímoun dougoún amán, Epsés ímoun στους ουρanoús και αντipropsés τους Áyious, τι Kala To Lei T aidóni. Τον Άγγελο dougoún amán, τον Άγγελο μου phíleva και το Khristó kernoúsa, τι Kala To Lei T aidóni. Και την kirá dougoún amán, και την kirá την Panayiá, την eparakaloúsa, τι Kala To Lei T aidóni. Για να μου δω dougoún amán, για να μου δώσει τα κλειδιά του Paradísou, τι Kala To Lei T aidóni, τι Kala To Lei T aidóni.
Woo, thank you so much. Everybody,
Thank
please,
you.
Spyros.
Thank you very
Spyros
much for the
Koliavasilis.
privilege. Thank you.
Sorry,
Thank
say
you
it
very
again.
much.
You go.
Thank you. I just want to let you know that this coming Saturday, I don't know if you are aware, but usually with my protege, I have still performing some duets and trios that we perform in the area. So if you like the rebetiko repertoire, the old-fashioned Greek-style blues, I would like to let you know that we have discovered a wonderful place. It's been almost a year that some of our friends are coming there to dance and sing with us the rebetiko and Asia Minor music. And it's the Urban Winery in Silver Spring. So it's local, it's nice, it's family friendly. It's not. It has plenty of parking, and you can come and have really good time dancing and having good wine and beers, and of course Greek food.
So beautiful. So I did see Lisa put that in the chat about Urban Winery, and I
you,
live
Lisa.
walking. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. I live walking distance from Urban Winery, and I had no idea, but I can't wait to do it now.
Yeah.
And we'll have to get a schedule so we can give folks in the DMV area a
Yes.
heads up. And maybe some of you folks over in the UK want to fly over and have a glass of wine with us and listen.
And
to
also, just to remind you that the Spyros Koliavasilis music page is on Facebook and my website also. But feel free to send me messages. If you need any information about any instrument, please feel free to contact me. All my contact info is public. Even if you call me or you text me and I don't answer, I will give me a little bit of time and I'll call you or answer you back.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Spyros. So
Thank
we've
you.
got Spyros's website and Facebook page in the chat and the comments out there on the live stream. So definitely check Spyros out. Go to Urban Winery and sing along or dance along. And I want to thank everybody so much for being here today. Let's please give one more big round for Spyros
Thank you.
Koliavasilis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was beautiful
Thank
to
you,
share
Joe.
space with you. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the privilege.
Yeah, hope you can come back again. Let's all give Spyros a big hug.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Spyros.
Thank you very
And
much.
we'll wave you out of the room so you can go get busy teaching again. And we'll say goodbye to everybody in this room.
Thank
So
you.
thank you and goodbye to Spyros.
Goodbye, everyone. Be safe.
Bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much. And goodbye to everybody out there on the live stream. Thanks for joining us today. And goodbyes to all the folks in the room with us today. Aaron in Brooklyn. The Bronx. Aaron in the Bronx. Thanks for running tech for us today. David and Elsie in Oakland. Thanks for being with us today. Nice to see you singing along. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Nice to see you guys singing along. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. Thanks for smiling at everybody. All right, the two screens that are Storm and Arlene. That's pretty magical. So that's Arlene from Berkeley, California. Apparently meeting Storm in Massachusetts for the first time. That's pretty crazy and wild. Yay, 1,470 days or whatever this nutty thing is. Bob and Mabel in the Bears, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you today. Well, actually, it's Mabel and Bears on one screen. We'll see what happens. Sue in Seattle, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to Alex for being here. I think you've been here before. It's great to see you again. Anne in Silver Spring, nice to see you today. Thanks for being here. Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, thank you. Deli in Maryland, thank you. Diane in Puerto Rico, glad you made it to us today. Nice to see you. Aloysius in Massachusetts, thank you. Sheila in Florida. Lisa, and maybe Len somewhere in the background. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you at Urban Winery soon. Gary in Massachusetts, thank you. Bob, there he is. That's Bob in Cambridge on a different floor than Mabel in Cambridge. Laris in the UK, we're glad you're with us today, Laris. It was nice to see you for a minute. Bob in Albany, glad to have you with us. Kevin in New Hampshire, reminding us that it is in fact day 1470. Jamie in Victoria, Caroline in DC. Looking to see where we are. Georgetta, I think you might be new to us today. Feel free to stay, Georgetta, and we can say hello after everyone drops. Marcia in Huntsville, Ontario. Nice to see your face today. Glad you're with us. And let's see who else is here. Oh, there's Mommy coming in from New Jersey. Thank you, Mommy. Glad you're here. I see some curly tops in Vermont. That looks like Leanna and Willard. Glad you guys are here. Bob, I said, Georgetta, Mommy, Kat in Vermont. George, I think you might also be new to us today. Thanks for being here. Feel free to stick after we say goodbyes. Martha in Oregon. Louise coming in from Devon, UK. And Julie coming in from Ontario. Big thank you again to everybody, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Lots of